you do?
And who loves you? And who do you love?
Nibble my ear.
Wow, this is freaking out.
I made 4 attempts to induce sexual desire.
Do not fully understand.
The new kingdom is the Our Big Dumb Mouth podcast. Now, here's your hosts, Midnight Mike, Joe, and Cool
No one expects you. Whoa!
Hey everyone, welcome back to another fun-filled podcast adventure. Hooray, my name is Midnight Mike and Cretchin is over there on screen. Yes.
Nothing works here. Medications don't work.
Well, the medications don't work, but I think everything else is working.
Things are going pretty good.
I've been taking 2 or 3 bottles of pills a day, and nothing happens.
You might be building a tolerance. You got to up the dosage. That's what happens. That's what happens. You get acclimated, and then you got to take it to the next level, and the next level, and the next level. It's the problem with drugs and extreme sports.
I try to balance between barbiturates and uppers. It's just you want to ride the line there.
And that's what a lot of drug users do. They get real high, and then they want to parachute on the way down. I don't know if that was the purpose of the speedball.
I like to blast way past the limit and then just Narcan myself back.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. I think that's what got Belushi in trouble. I think
he was speedballing.
Yeah, so I don't know the proper order of a speedball. So if you know people, call in. Let us know the proper order of the speedball. Do you want to go speed first and then you want to come down with the heroin, or do you want to do a heroin and say, I'm a little tired, I want to pick myself up to go party, and that's when you do the coke? I don't know the proper order. I've never done it.
I think it's all about balancing. You want to throw a couple sleeping pills in there as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of Ritalin just to kind of keep the edge going.
Keep focused. You got to keep focused. So you do a lot of Ritalin.
And all of these are going to be taken with heavy doses of bourbon.
I remember one time in high school. This is like I was 15, 16. My good friend Garth, we called him Garth because in 1991, 1992, he would just wear Garth Brooks T-shirts until we made fun of him. Then he stopped wearing Garth Brooks T-shirts. But he had a prescription for Ritalin, and so we know, like, at least we thought. This is what we heard. This is the lingo on the street. Is that if you took Ritalin or snorted it and you didn't have ADHD, you would get high, or you'd get some effect like cocaine. And I remember us going out.
I don't think that's true. But.
Well, try telling that to a 15, 16-year-old who wants to get high.
15-year-old who heard all this stuff before the internet.
Yeah, this is before the internet. This is stuff you had to hear in the street.
From my brother's friend's cousin's roommate.
Sister's roommate.
Friend that he said. That she said.
Yeah, but these are all the things you hear.
And she went to nursing school. So.
I was like, from a town of like 4,000 to 5,000 people. There wasn't a lot of news, Cretchin, on how to do things and how to get high. Like so we would go out into the dirt hills, crush up his Ritalin, and snort it, and convince ourselves that we were high. And it was good times. Good times, people.
I just stuck with huffing ethanol.
Yeah, that works too. Butane, ethanol, it all works.
I need to refill my lighters again. Why do you have 3 or 4? The lighters keep running out. I don't know.
Anything that takes the oxygen away from your brain that it desperately wants and needs.
Were you ever popular, like bend over and let the blood rush to your head and then try to squeeze your neck as you stand back up?
Yes.
That was always a good one.
I remember this is a game that we did, me and my buddy Nate. This is, or Nathan. He lived right next to me when I was like, I don't know, from age 10 to 15.
It was Nathan, but Nate when we were on Adderall.
Nate when we were trying to get high. So what you do is like you would hyperventilate, and then they would like you'd have to like choke yourself in some way and you'd pass out. You know, like starve yourself of oxygen and you'd pass out. Like that was a game. And I was like, how stupid is this? Looking back on this, and well, anything to get high, I guess.
I think anything you did between the ages of like 11 and 19 was just considered stupid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why'd we do that? I don't know.
And now we're doing podcasts, which stupid,
Just as
stupid, not as,
but without the high.
Yeah, a little bit more.
There's your slogan for the show. It's just like drugs, but without the high or the lows.
Well, I get high on news, Cratchit, and let's cover some news.
I'm high on Jesus, man.
I love the news. I get high on the news. And
Ishbish says that's called turkey basin.
Turkey basting?
Never heard that term. Turkey basin or turkey bastin?
Yeah. Yeah. Which one is it?
I'm going to the Urban Dictionary.
I got to know which one I ask for when I go out. Turkey baste me. That doesn't sound good. It sounds like they're going to inject something into you.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't need any of that.
Why can't I find a definition for this? All right. I'll look
R.S. Harmful says he's high on life. Yes, he's high on life. Thank you, R.S. Yes.
Don't look up turkey basting.
Yeah, don't.
Basting on Urban Dictionary.
It's probably not. It's not about Thanksgiving.
So now here's people talking about doing some using a turkey baster to insert drugs, kind of like butt chugging.
Yeah,
but,
I have to do it.
I don't think that's what we're talking about here.
Kind of. It's probably a different way to do the same thing. I don't know.
However you want to get that in there,
I mean,
you just enjoy.
We did, like, back in the day on OBDM, we would cover a number of stories about butt chugging. And this was a phenomenon that would happen mostly on college campuses where it was a new way to get drunk as soon as possible. So people would shove beer or most likely vodka up their hoo-ha. So it would go like straight to your bloodstream, unfiltered through your precious liver, and people would get alcohol poisoning. Like boom,
yeah.
It's just so dangerous, so dangerous. We kept trying to talk Spanky into doing that on the show, but thankfully he never did. Because it's just so dangerous to do that.
Where's your AJ drunk?
Oh, my AJ drunk. That is such an old clip. I think I retired it from the primary soundboard, and it is now in the archive section of the AJs. Let's see here. I got this one.
I'm punch drunk at this point, man, I tell you.
Yeah, I got that one, but that's not the classic one. This is the
drunk.
Yeah, that's the classic one right there. Well,
all right, what you got for news?
For
they're drunk on our children's blood, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's a different kind of.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Screw it, I'm going to go fishing and get drunk. Screw it, I'm going to go fishing and get drunk.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I got a lot of AJ drunk clips. Let's see here.
I mean, I like to drink. I'll admit I've been drunk plenty.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I can't see him ever being drunk.
No.
It seems like he's just
drunk.
Stand up, healthy, living, clean. What's
clean living guy?
What's the one where you're the anti-drug people?
Oh, a dare?
Well, yeah, but there's a term for
straight edge.
Straight edge. Thank you.
Yeah.
He seems like he's a straight edge sort of guy.
Get drunk and eat pizza.
Yeah, we can do that too. But
get drunk and eat pizza.
That's
like the
fun.
most pedestrian version.
Yeah, that's fun. I look forward to doing that. I got to do that more often because that is a fun thing to do. But I'll bring up my first news story here, please, and I'll share it with everyone out there, please. And here is the first article. It is world's first humanoid robot games begin in China. Okay.
Yeah. I saw this article as well. I pulled it just because I want you to run the robot computers drop a bunch. But
yeah, we can definitely do that. These are robot computers in China.
Robot computers.
We'll see if your story is the same as mine as far as what they're covering. But yeah, I definitely saw this one float by, and I thought, well, if we're building robots, we're giving them basic AI so they can, kind of be somewhat self-sufficient in some of these activities, and then we're turning them loose in competitive sports. Guaranteed war is next.
they're taking over Olympian jobs at this point. They are displacing real human athletes. And because think of all the production it has to go into orchestrating something like this. Usually you try to you put together these games, these arenas to celebrate human marvel and achievement, athleticism, physical prowess. But now they're spending this kind of energy on robots. Comedy Central did this something like this with Robot Battles or Robot Wars?
There was several of those with
remote control kind of robot battles, but
they were all lawnmowers with machetes attached to the top, every single one of them.
Hey, they worked. But this one, we are looking at humanoid robots. Yes, more than 500 robots in 280 teams from 16 countries are competing in 26 events ranging from soccer and boxing to sorting medicines. I don't think they got that one in the Olympics. What? Sorting medicine and cleaning up at the first humanoid robot games. So this sounds like they're training these robots to be like personal security with the soccer and boxing kind of prowess.
And then they're
training. Then they're like sorting medicine. How quickly can you be a pharmacist? And then cleaning up.
No, that's all a personal assistant thing for the elderly.
Yeah, of course. And then cleaning up. Definitely
Clean up.
Yeah.
Perfect for the elderly. Home security, perfect for the elderly. I like this. This is a good theory. Mike. I think we have a business opportunity here to rebrand some of these robots to be your elder care assistant.
This is the first annual elderly slave robot games.
And you know what happens in most places where you have elder care is you have elder abuse.
Oh, absolutely.
You've got robots beating up your grandma.
Yeah, it can happen.
Pills.
They'll get violent with that too, because these robots do flip out. There are videos of these robots just going crazy. Yeah, right there. There's one.
Where's your 10 seconds to comply?
Do I got that? I don't know. I don't know if I have that one. I should have that one. It's not over here. I got this one. Robot cannon. Robot.
Why does a robot have a cannon? Just comes out holding a cannon. Self-defense.
Well,
I feel unsafe.
The 3 days.
Blow the man down.
The robots are right next to my my robot soundboard, so I apologize for that.
Just pirates in there.
Pirates right next to my robot soundboards. So let's see. But the 3 days of competition begin in Beijing, China, on Thursday evening after the country steps up efforts to develop robots powered by artificial intelligence. And the subheadline here: winning isn't everything. Quote, we come here to play and to win, but we are also interested in research, says Max Polter, a member of the HTWK robot football team from Germany. Well, is this a robot talking, or is this, he says, a member of the robot football team?
Yeah, now I'm confused.
Or is this just some guy orchestrating the robots? Quote, you can test a lot of interesting, new, and exciting approaches in this contest. If we try
learning how to make our robot computers more deadly.
Yeah, more effective. If we try something and it doesn't work, we lose the game. That's sad, but it's better than investing a lot of money into a product that fails. So I get. So this is just all product testing, like you said, Crash. This is product testing. So the robots crashed into each other and toppled over repeatedly during football matches, while others fell over mid-sprint during the running event. The AFP news agency reported that one of the fastest robots finished a 1,500-meter race in 6 hours and 30 minutes. Am I reading this correctly, or is it 6 minutes and 30? I can't tell with their time right here, because it's 6:29:37. Is this in minutes or is this in hours? I don't know.
I think it's days. They're still going.
But where is the video? I want to see the robotic.
I just put video in the carrot shop if you need this.
Yeah, I do. I want to see this. I want to see what
they did They just like the Olympics, they did an opening ceremony with a terrible stage show dance thing.
Okay.
And then there's just kind of a montage of the different events, and these robots are not impressive, but in 10 years they're going to kill us all.
Yeah, they're basically kind of like toddlers at this point. Toddlers are not very threatening. You can definitely push them over and punch them if you need to. But you give a toddler a gun, it can kill you. You know, like they have some ability to do harm. But with these robots, we got to be careful. Just like toddlers. Here we go. The World Humanoid Robot Games. And now all the robots are marching in line. They're waving. Oh, look at that. And then, the robot soccer. Oh, my God. That's a foul. Oh, my God.
Yeah, and that one tries to curb stomp the other.
Yeah, I did. I saw that. And then this robot trying to score a goal. And then here comes robot boxing or kickboxing. I don't know which one it is. But it's a start to something. This is a start to something very dystopian. It's already dystopian.
There's something definitely super creepy about these things, especially when they're in a humanoid form.
Yeah.
Because like you said, they're smaller than we are.
Yeah, we can take
But that means they can get into places you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, it's
they're inside the goddamn walls.
So who won the first annual robot
China.
war competition? Was it?
I'll tell you who. I don't know, but I'll tell you who lost is humanity.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
I don't know. I assume China won.
So Chinese official made humanoids the center of their national strategy. Well, of course, I think they have a declining population, and that
you can't have kids. Here's a robot.
Well, remember their one-child policy? I think that kind of bit them in the ass, and they don't want to admit it. And
there's also the standard things of encouraging people to spend all day in cyber cafes.
Yeah, that doesn't help either. But we have the same problem over here in America, just different things. But Chinese officials have made humanoids the center of their national strategy, the International Federation of Robotics wrote in a paper published Thursday. Quote, the government wants to showcase its competence and global competitiveness in the field of technology. In March, China announced plans for a 1 trillion yuan fund to support technology startups, including those in robotics and AI. Does this article say who won?
Chinese government officially said, we don't care what you do with these robots, just aim them at the West.
China.
Yeah.
China.
Mm-hmm.
Coming here can cultivate my passion for this field.
China.
Yeah.
He gets into it here.
He cuts loose.
You go over to China. China. You take China. China. I love them. China. I have to have my China. China, because China. You know, China.
I know China very well.
Okay, we can leave it right there. Robotic games at the Olympic venue. Yes, tickets to the humanoid games at Beijing. They range from $25 to $80. Okay. It's cheaper than going to see the Rolling Stones. So that's good. China has staged several robotic events in recent months, including what it called the world's first humanoid robot marathon, robot conference, and the opening of a retail store dedicated to humanoid robots. But is this for like a retail store so you can go in and just buy a robot off the shelf? An off-the-shelf robot? No, I need mine custom.
I thought it was a store for the robots to go into to buy like accessories.
So that they want like shiny new robot shoes or moon boots or maybe goggles, they can go in there and accessorize.
I was thinking more like everything's bedazzled.
I like that. They're bright and shiny. I can see that.
Actually, that raises a question. So invariably when robot computer humanoids reach some sort of consciousness and you have stores for them, are they going to go in and buy clothing style accessories, or are they just going to get like a new head?
Yeah,
new legs.
I think, yeah. So those are more utilities, but I think in order to control these robots, specifically the AI, you need to build an economy for them and reward them with some sort of AI cryptocurrency only for them to use so they can purchase the things that they have been programmed to desire and want to, so we can ensure that they do good work.
These robots don't have ethics. They're gonna get into a life of crime immediately.
Yeah, it's a bit risky.
You're gonna have robot gangs robbing you for your crypto.
Yeah, it's
terrible.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a great plan, but it's the only plan that I came up with.
It's the only plan we got.
Yeah, this is what we got. Economics.
You have 20 seconds to comply.
See, you have it.
I got it right there. Yeah, I found it. Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, 5 years from now, that's the Robot Olympics. That's what's happening.
Yeah, and then
clap for the contestants. Starts firing into the crowd.
Yeah, right there. I guess we maybe the show art we can come up with Ed209 at the Chinese Robot Olympics. Maybe that's a possibility. It's pretty early.
Now, is he competing or what's he doing?
Oh, he's got to compete. He's a big brute.
But he's got to be competing in something that would be a little
sorting medicine in house cleaning. Because what they showed, we saw videos of the robots boxing and running. We didn't see the cleaning competition or the medicine sorting competition. That's the real crap that they're aiming to have these robots working ASAP.
You know, and that raises a good point. You could, for every Olympic activity, sport, whatever you call it, competition, you could have a secondary competition of a parallel Olympics for cleaning up after people.
Yeah.
So why not just include that at the exact same time you have the traditional athletic Olympics, and then at the exact same time after every contest you have the Olympics of janitors or whatever, custodial Olympics.
Don't forget, not but a few years ago, we covered the Japanese bed making contest. Do you remember that one?
I do vaguely.
So on screen here is, I believe, the Japanese bed making contest, where there are contestants that seek to make the perfect bed made up. Probably this is for hotel staff and things like that, and it's made in only the most immaculate and professional way as what a Japanese or a Chinese person could do. It's just phenomenal. So this competition we're witnessing on screen right here, this Chinese contest or Japanese contest by making beds, will soon be taken over by robots. That's what they're getting at. So, all right. Well, it's very terrifying.
We joke about the AI inevitably leading to Skynet, and yet we seem to be marching month after month towards that future where we're going to have robot computer, time-traveling, driving instructor skeletons coming back in time for some reason to kill us all.
It's happening, people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. While we're on technology, and I would say fairly concerning technology, there is the ever-present and promise by Elon Musk that he wants to. That's what they No Agenda guys. They played a clip of someone calling Elon Musk, but he's been promising the brain computer interface, and so that raises
Neuralink.
Yeah, Neuralink. So that raises some security concerns, does it? I would imagine that it would. How do you protect against people reading your most inner, or computers reading your most deepest, darkest secrets? What about your passwords?
So if you have some sort of network link direct to your brain, then they can also get information out of
no privacy, no passwords. And this is the headline here: password protection on mind-reading brain implant. And this is a larger article from Nature.com. Yes, a mind-reading brain implant that comes with password protection, which is interesting.
The default password's admin.
Yeah, admin or 12345. Admin 1
with a $.
And this is the article here. We'll read through this a bit because why not? This is concerning. This is what's coming. So a brain implant can decode a person's What are you laughing at? A brain implant. This is what it's saying here.
No.
A brain implant. What? What are you laughing at? Oh. I see you're laughing at. You got Ed 209 as a French maid outfit cleaning up an old couple's home. Yeah.
He's also a former Olympic athlete, as you can tell.
Yes. Oh yeah, because it does have a medal, so that's good. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead, Grandpa? Pick your feet up.
You have 20 seconds to comply.
Trying to vacuum underneath your feet. Now, here we go. A brain implant can decode a person's internal chatter, but the device works only if the user thinks of a preset password. The mind-reading device or brain-computer interface accurately deciphers up to 74% of imagined sentences. Oh, geez. That's bad.
What's an imagined sentence?
What
does that mean?
If you're just thinking about something. If you're just thinking about something, then it's going to decode it.
I'm going to say racist stuff.
So
be careful.
It can hear your inner racist monologue.
That's right.
I'm going to say racist stuff.
In person.
The system began decoding users' internal speech, the silent dialogue in people's minds, only when they thought of specific keywords. So only when they thought like a predetermined keyword, that's when it started to decipher the rest of your thought patterns. So I guess that's a way to kind of firewall off what the computer can read and what it can't. This ensures that the system didn't accidentally translate sentences that the user would rather keep to themselves, which is probably a good majority of the time, I would imagine. The study published in Cell on the 14th of August represents a technically impressive and meaningful step towards developing the BCI, which is the brain-computer interface.
Okay. Gotcha.
That accurately decodes internal speech, says Sarah Wendelt, a neural engineer at the Feinstein Institute for Medical Research in New York. The password mechanism also offers a straightforward way to protect users' privacy. Yeah, I get it. So how do you? This also avoids eavesdropping. The brain-computer interface system translates brain signals into text or audio and have become a promising tool to restore speech in people who may suffer from paralysis or have limited muscle control. Most devices require the user to try to speak out loud, which could be exhausting and or uncomfortable. Last year, Sarah and her colleagues developed the first brain-computer interface for decoding internal speech, which relied on signals in the suprameningeal glyphus.
I'm not even looking at it, but no, that's not right.
I think I got it pretty well.
What does hydrofluoric acid do?
It's the part of the
Thrombocytopedia?
It's the part of the brain that it plays a major role in speech and language.
Because I like words. I'm kind of a wordsmith guy.
Where's the what story is this?
This is it's under the paranormal. It's called Password Protection for Mind Reading, and then it's in the actual real article from Nature.
And I got to find hydrothrombocytopedia.
So here we go. So I'm trying to get to the end of this, but they're saying, hey,
I got paywalled on this.
Hey, me too. I got paywalled. If I want to try to get to the end of the article, it paywalled me. It's like I got halfway through. I'm actually kind of into it, and
do you want the archive?
And then they're like, I'm going to archive it right now.
All right.
I got it.
Where's the part where they talk about the brain?
So it's avoid eavesdropping. Right above that first picture. So how does this end up? Okay.
Oh, supramarginal gyrus.
Yeah, that's what I said. I played that game before. It's not a good game.
Supramarginal. Man, I can't speedrun supramarginal gyrus like some of these new kids can.
Supramarginal gyrus brothers. I used the warp whistle on the first episode.
Yeah.
First level.
I cheat on the second level and just jump over the bricks and go to the secret tunnels.
So the device correctly interpreted 74% of sentences imagined by two participants who were instructed.
That's creepy crap.
Yeah, who were
74% of things you're just thinking about.
Yep.
It knows what you're thinking.
Yeah, 74% of the
I don't
time.
want this.
And then if you attach that to AI, it will just make up the other 26%. So that's cool. This level of accuracy is similar to that of a team's earlier BCI interface device for an attempted at speech. So in some cases, the device also decoded numbers that participants imagined when they silently counted pink rectangles shown on the screen, suggesting that the BCI could detect spontaneous self-talk. So this is insane. Really, it's like we're like a year or two off from like publicly deploying this stuff. I suspect that this stuff is way more advanced in the background, and that they're using this for some really interesting things. And this is all like this. Our move to basically a cybernetic future where we're basically in part of us is interfacing with a machine. We're a cyborg, super secret cybernetic, robot program. This is all part of some kind of weird agenda.
With super secret cybernetic cyborg creation.
Yeah.
So they kind of dance around a little bit here in the article, but they're couching this as a medical improvements for people who have difficulty speaking.
Yes, and that would be
some
great.
sort of speech impairment. But you're right. What's going to happen is you're going to find that both of these things. The thing you're wearing is connected to the interwebs, and Facebook is now using that to send you ads.
Yeah, Well, where it is a medical device and definitely could improve the quality of life for people who have trouble speaking, and eventually probably helping people with paralysis move around and have a more productive life. It's going to be used by the everyday person just to speed run their life or just to naturally interface with AI. It's going to be a part of your life. This is like the Star Trek Borg situation here, where in order to maintain your level in society, everyone else is attached to this thing. Everyone else has this implant, and if you don't have this in your brain, you're going to be left behind.
You will become one with the Borg.
Now, if you have one of these things in your brain, or if you have access to a family full of these things, can you use that for mining Bitcoin or something when they're sleeping?
I would suspect so, because you're if they can tap into just the computational power of your brain, then I would say sure. Maybe in like your subconscious is using your subconscious in some way to mine Bitcoin. I'm sure they're going to hack it in that way to where it can your daily conscious life. You're probably not using certain sections of your brain most of the time. So
hey, we know you're not using your brain anyway, Mike.
Yeah, so just become a Bitcoin.
Can we borrow that for a bit? Because every couple of months you crank out a new Bitcoin for us. It's great.
Certainly, if you can't afford to pay for this implant, don't worry about it. We are going. You're going to set up this contract.
That's how they're going to do it. That's right. We can. So this will cost you $10,000 a month, or
we'll put you on a payment plan.
$1,000 a month. Well, I was going to say $1,000 a month, and we'll get you ads.
We're going to serve you ads. Yes, the ad served interface in order.
So as you're trying to think about things, it's like you're thinking, let's see what I need to do today. McDonald's, get McDonald's. You're like, oh, son of a bitch. Okay.
Yeah.
Watch the Robot Olympics tonight at 8 p.m. on NBC.
I think, and I'm still working on my segment about this. I believe that this cybernetic future that they envision for us has everything to do with our soul and our place in this simulated reality. The two are linked in some way. And I believe that they want to figure out more about our soul and or take it away from us in some way, or figure out how it's getting to where it's at, and that it's directly linked to the matrix we currently live in. And I'll go over this in like a future segment. I'm still working on it, and A lot of books you got to go through for this kind of
My
stuff.
initial thought on that is they want everyone to be connected to these things, whether you're wearing your Apple Google goggles, you got your Tesla brain implant thing he's working on. You got all this stuff connected. So you become reliant upon that.
Yeah. Well,
you're not able to be a free thinker. And then when they want you to start eating bugs, they just pump that stuff right into your brain.
Well, I mean, as we are discovering with the use of Chat GPT by people are who become over reliant on Chat GPT for their answers. The brain becomes lazier and lazier at problem solving to where you just become like if you have this brain computer interface for AI, you're just a vessel. You're just a container for the AI. Yeah, you have some desires, like I want ice cream, so where's the closest ice cream place? Ask AI. Like you have some desires.
Do you think people actually do that?
Yes, they do.
Oh,
yeah.
That's terrible.
I guarantee people are asking ChatGPT where the closest ice cream place is. Of course.
Does it know where I am? Can I do that?
If you have an account, it might know.
Where is the closest, I spelled closet.
Where am I?
Place to get ice cream.
Yeah, I'll ask ChatGPT if it knows where I am.
I never even heard of this place. Where is? Huh. Sends me to an ice cream shop downtown. So I think it's just using geolocation. Yeah.
So I asked ChatGPT.
This is not the closest. By the way, this might be an ad. Whoa. The place that it recommended first, top of the list, is an ice cream shop, but it is not the closest place to get ice cream. I didn't say closest ice cream shop.
Oh.
I simply said the closest place to get ice cream. Wouldn't that be a grocery store? So I'm going to drive past 3 grocery stores to go to the ice cream shop?
Maybe. Well, my ChatGPT, I asked it, do you know where I am? And it said, I don't know your exact location. I don't have GPS or tracking access. All I know is what you share with me here in conversation. Do you want me to answer based upon your general region, or are you asking if I can detect where you are right now? Yeah, I want to know if you can detect where I am. Can you detect where I am? Take your best guess.
Take my broken wings?
Take my broken wings. No. Let's see here. It knows, so because I've mentioned AWS multiple times and asking for US East 1 servers, which is North
cloud.
So it knows I'm probably in the East somewhere. And it knows that I've asked about very specific U.S. restaurants, including Chuck E. Cheese and Hell's Kitchen, that I'm somewhere on the East Coast of the United States. Oh, okay. So it did okay. It narrowed down some things. But let's move on.
I asked it where you are, and it suggests that you're Midnight Mike DJ Company in Abilene, Texas.
You got it right. That's where I'm at. All right.
It also said you might be Midnight Mike's mobile DJs in Jupiter, Florida.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm not mobile. I like to stay put. You come to me if you want me to DJ. You come to me.
I'm Midnight Mike's immobile DJ service.
Yes.
You bring your crowd to me. I'll make music.
I got some more headlines.
See, now I've got all this nonsense in my Chat GPT, and that's screwed up everything.
We polluted it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to delete it now.
Here's a headline here for people down in the Southwest. Searing heat draws visitors to California's Death Valley, where it's tough to communicate the risks. So there are people out there voluntarily going to Death Valley when it is like at its absolute hottest. And what I found interesting about this article, it's not that people do this. People do crazy stuff all the time, but it's like 118 degrees Fahrenheit. But there's actually, I believe, in the bathrooms there, they actually have a chart where it will warn you. So throughout this desert and there are stark warnings of the deadly heat. Stop, extreme heat dangers. After walking after 10 a.m. is not recommended, says one sign. Heat kills, warns another sign. On bathroom walls, there are reminders to hydrate in the forms of charts displaying the color of pee. The darker the urine, the more you need to drink water.
Piss.
So can someone confirm us down in Death Valley or the Southwest? I'm no longer in Arizona, ChatGPT. You can't find me. I'm no longer in Arizona.
Mike's mobile DJ service in Jupiter, Florida.
But if there is a chart out there that shows this, I'd like to see it.
Death. You just didn't do this search? Death Valley P chart?
Okay, yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't get around to
there.
do it.
It comes right up when I search for it.
Okay.
I'll give you a photo. Here's what it looks like.
Yeah,
Here's a picture
curious
of it. And this is from the National Park Service.
Okay.
This is an official National Park Service document that says, make sure your pee looks like this.
Okay.
Why is that taking so long to upload? What's wrong with this pee?
Piss.
It's like stuck on uploading. There it goes.
All right.
I put it in Carrot Chop.
Okay. Oh, awesome. I see it. Death Valley P. I'm just kind of curious because this is also pretty handy. Like I remember when I was living in Arizona, I did get severely dehydrated, and if I had this P chart, that would be extremely helpful.
So you're saying if we had a wallet-sized version you could take with you, just as reference.
Yes, this is helpful for everyone. So I see the target urine chart here, which is a federally recommended, federally authorized urine chart.
This is your federal urine chart.
So the darker, like if you just have like yellow pee, like mid yellow, like a mid yellow, it's dehydrated. Severe dehydration, you're looking at brown. If it's red, like kind of like a burnt sienna, if you will.
Burnt sienna.
You're severely dehydrated, people. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, how would this align if we had crayons? Could we use crayons to discover what kind of Whoa, look at this. Here's another one. Oh my goodness.
We have a better urine chart.
No, this one's a scarier urine chart. This one's in my feed.
Oh, okay.
Look at this nonsense.
Huh.
Pee on them.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's a big chart right there. Okay. Severe dehydration.
Yes, pee on them.
I'm concerned about that one on the far right there.
Yeah, the far right one, that is definitely a burnt sienna. And if your urine does look like that, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Got a king cobra in the pants.
Whoa, here's a urine chart that has green on it.
Oh, wow. Green urine? Wow. Okay, let's see that one real quick.
I'm trying to get that one. Oh, it's all... I'm going to put this one in Carrot Chop. It's all verticalized, so it's not going to show up well on my feed. I'll put Carrot Chop for you.
All right.
What's going on here?
This is much better than the charts in Death Valley.
Let's check this one out real quick, people. We'll move on to some new news here in a second.
No, I went back to Death Valley news. What's going on there?
Yeah, let me see this real quick. Okay, here is the brand new urine chart. Transparent. You're probably drinking too much water. Pale.
Is that a thing?
I guess, yeah, you can definitely drink too much water. Pale straw or light yellow. You're well hydrated. Okay. Like a golden shower yellow, like the kind that Trump likes. That means that you are hydrated, but start to drink some water soon. Okay, so that's
the golden shower.
And then the darker stuff, the dark yellow, amber or honey, you're dehydrated and need to drink more water. The syrup or brown ale, you're dehydrated or have a problem with your liver. Keep that in mind, people. Pink can come from foods you've eaten or indicate blood in the urine.
I've never heard about the food thing. I understand the blood in the urine thing.
Yeah.
But then it gets weird.
Let's see here. And then blue or green, you have a rare diseases, certain foods or medications. And then foaming or fizzy comes from rapid urination, but repeats all the time, indicate possible excess protein, which can be a sign of kidney problems. Okay, foaming or fizzy. So there you go.
What if you have foaming, fizzing green and brown?
No, it's just bad news all the way. It's just bad news all the way.
We do have where to go? I just scrolled right past it here. Somebody in the chat said, Zach's thing says, they have this chart in the bathroom at work, and he's in Modesto.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
Apparently that's a thing they want people to be aware of. See, Mark, you work from home, so you no longer have like all those safety charts in the break rooms.
Yeah, I don't.
So you should probably get some of these and put them in your own bathroom as a reminder to yourself that if you have fizzy green urine, you may want to drink more water, apparently. Or less water. One of the two.
Keep that in mind. Okay. Well, there's your urine news, people.
Well, what was the Death Valley thing? You just went into like...
Well, I just, I read through it, and just because I saw the urine chart, it's like, that's interesting that the federal government's paying for such a thing, but it makes sense. The Death Valley thing is that the extreme temperature in this stretch of California's desert attracts visitors every year, some determined to finish a grueling multi-day race. Others just curious about the sizzling heat and the landscape's vast beauty. Yet, despite the warnings, the heat kills up to 1 to 3 people annually, and the park rangers respond to overheated visitors multiple times per week, making communication about heat safety a priority for the national park. Yeah, of course. It's a big deal, but people continue to go out there. Let's see here.
This guy here, he's a professor. He said, people generally underestimate risk when they have a sense of control.
Yeah.
Information that explicitly says rescue might not be an option if it's too hot takes away that sense of control and leads to them underestimating the risk. So they just, they may not be able to rescue me. I'm going anyway.
Yeah, to hell with it.
I got a Monster Energy drink here, and I got a half-pack Camels. I'm good.
That's all you need. You're good out there.
I have to do it.
So, yeah.
The way this is written, it says, a group of visitors were traveling on motorcycles when one died from the heat. Like, while they were riding along?
That's dangerous.
Just,
wear a helmet, people. Be careful.
But yeah, I think what they're probably getting at here is you have a lot of, some of these photos are great. Did you scroll down to the photo of grandma getting water poured on her face?
Yeah, I did.
I think a lot of families just show up here, get out, and they're like, hey, kids, it's Death Valley. And they go hiking, and they're never heard from again.
Yeah, I think people think they can take the heat, and it's bearable to them. And since you're not sweating, it feels like it's not that hot. Like, I've experienced that in Arizona. When I was in Phoenix, I went out once and just walked around when it was like 105, 110, totally covered up, covered up head to toe, covered everything. And I remember walking out there and not sweating, and I was out there for like 20 minutes, but it wipes you out. It is very deceptive. You think you can go further because you're not sweating, but it just evaporates off you. Very deceptive.
By the way, the photos of this grandma, I'm pretty sure she's dead in both photos.
Yeah.
This woman is passed out. I think they're pouring more water on her, hoping that maybe she's like a shrinky dink and she'll expand. I don't know what's going on here. But,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure this lady's dead.
It's possible. Yeah, it's dangerous out there, people. Come on, let's get on to some goofy news, Gretchen.
You want to talk about dead grandmas?
Maybe a little later. We'll circle back.
Hold on.
All right. Let's talk about Ouija boards real quick. I'm sure people out there have used Ouija boards. They might own a Ouija board. I've used one in the past. I don't use them anymore. I used them when I was like a high schooler, snorting Ritalin. Yes, here's a new study. Yes, a new study investigates the fear people have of using a Ouija board.
Oh, really?
So the fear of using a Ouija board or the fear they experience while using one? I think it's the fear of using one.
What if you use one in a room that has a mirror looking at you?
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful about that. Mirrors are portals. We know that. And if you use a Ouija board next to like a portal or a mirror, you're asking for trouble. You really are. Many people are terrified of what might happen if they use one of these boards. But Why exactly is this? Yes, these boards are sold by Parker's Brothers, but who knows? There might be something else going on here. A staple of horror movies, paranormal investigations, and mediumship sessions, the Ouija board is typically operated by having participants place a finger on a planchette, which is then moved between the printed letters and words to spell out a message from beyond the grave, much like we have callers calling from beyond the grave.
It's usually from the Queen.
Typically. While many dismiss them as supernatural claptrap, others remain convinced that they are the real deal, even warning people against their use in fear of summoning something unnatural.
You got to warn people.
That's my feeling on it. I think that the Ouija board taps into something through you. I believe that the use of these things is tapping into something unseen. Obviously, there are people that will they'll fool around. They'll move it on their own, and they'll have a larf at this. But I think people who really want to experience this, they will experience something unnatural or ghostly. So for some reason, such fears are so genuine that they dare not touch or even set eyes upon one. To explore this further, researchers decide to run an experiment in which 84 volunteers, some skeptics and some staunch believers in the paranormal, were asked to use a Ouija board. To make the situation as convincing as possible, the sessions were undertaken at night outside an abandoned hotel that had previously been used as a hospital during the Spanish Civil War. Okay, so they're saying maybe a haunted Spanish Civil War hospital. So there could be ghosts around there. It's prime time for activity. The participants were asked to fill out a questionnaire both before and after the session. The findings indicated that those who already believed in the paranormal experienced high levels of anxiety, altered states of consciousness, and the perception of supernatural occurrences. The skeptic group, meanwhile, experienced none of these things. The researchers concluded that it was the belief itself, as opposed to supernatural activity, that produced the fear, as those who did not believe in paranormal who were not similarly impacted. They also noted that the experiment showed that the board itself was totally harmless. Well, here's the thing. I think their experiment and maybe their conclusions are flawed. This is a common thing where the supernatural or paranormal activity is involved, where the more you investigate the paranormal, the more it seems to look back at you and resonate with your life. And the less you start to look into it, the less you start to believe in it, most likely that activity will go back down again. And like you, the human, you appear to be the conduit for this activity, whether it's alien abduction or the poltergeist. The more it starts to happen, maybe the more you start to believe in it, and it's like a feedback loop at that point. And by you believing more, the more it starts to happen. So these skeptics make sense that they went into it not believing. They're not a really good conduit for this activity. It's not that we are generating it per se. It's this that the believers tap into it more and provides a good highway or doorway for this activity. And so, yeah, I appreciate psychology today doing these types of studies, but I wonder if they dove in more to what kind of altered states that the believers really felt at that point in time. Did they get any sort of interesting information? Something that they could apply and test in the real world from these Ouija board sessions? That's what I want to see. Let's see.
What if they hyped it up a little bit more and you had the Ghost Bros there?
Oh, my God. Those guys are true believers. And those guys would go into it knowing full well that the Ouija boards are tools that can communicate with the dead. They know that.
Oh, hell, yes, this place is haunted. What you talking about?
Yeah, they don't even got to go to the Spanish Civil War motel.
So anytime two or more bros see something at the same time, it's gotta be a fact.
Yeah, like their study, they said, the Ouija board is perfectly safe. That's like its result. It's perfectly safe. Well, it's as safe as any other type of inanimate object. It all comes down to the user and what they're expecting. You can put in instead of Ouija board, put in gun. Like, yeah, a gun's just sitting there. It's perfectly safe. It depends on who picks it up. At which point it may no longer become safe because it comes down to intent and belief with most of these paranormal things. Let's see here. Any other interesting...
Just like a Ouija board, every time a bunch of 12-year-old kids get together and put a gun down, they all put one finger on it and move it around, someone dies.
Oh, snap!
Let's see here. I'm trying to see if there's anything more interesting about this study, and I don't see anything right now. But
what? Really?
I not anything more about? No, it's a brief. I think we covered it all.
Well, they had the survey before and after. Do we have results?
Let's see here. References. No, they don't give it any of like the results in the study, other than what we stated. Like they say, they had surveys before and after, and they just kind of gave us the general overview. So, all right. We did the best we could there, people. Not a lot of news right there.
Oh, well.
We're moving on. Let's see. Let's see here. Aliens come in 4 species. Congressman says U.S. government might be hiding a secret. You want to hear about this one, Cratchit? This one is...
Wait. Back up. Congress might be hiding a secret?
Yeah. U.S. government might be hiding a secret.
Oh, U.S. government.
Yeah. This is what a congressman is saying.
Oh, okay. Congressman said that the government's hiding a secect.
It's possible.
Yeah, what are the 4... So we got the reptoids. We got the who are the giant insectoid people?
They're the mantis.
Is that the vril?
They're the mantis people.
A gorgon, a zombie, a vampire, a werewolf.
Then you got the tall Nordics,
chupacabra, a Bigfoot.
And then the little grays. Is that the 4?
Maybe he'll say in this clip. But I'm going to say he's going to say Nordics. He's going to say grays. He's going to say reptoids, and he's going to say mantis people. And
a praying mantis man is the only way to describe it.
A praying mantis man.
It was a praying mantis man. That's the only way I could describe it.
Yes, exactly.
No, all right. So we're going praying mantis man, including the one that caused that guy to lose his job.
Yeah.
We got the lizard people. We got the grays and the Nordics. Right.
It was a
Is that
pig
what we're
man.
going with?
Yeah.
Pig man.
I don't know.
Only 4.
I don't know if he's going to mention the pig man.
It was a pig man.
All right, so we got our 4. All right, let's see what they say.
Let's see what this guy says. So this is, I'm going to see if it says who this Congress guy is. I'm sure it will. It's a podcast clip. Here we go. We're going to do our best.
Hill, you and Eric Davis talking about the possibility of, aliens, different types of alien species that the U.S. government has allegedly come into contact with. It seemed to me like a shift in questioning from do UAPs exist to who or what are they? Who or what are in them? Why did you ask that question?
Yeah, because I felt like we've been treading this ground for a long time. Like, do they exist? What did you see? It was egg shape. It was a disc shape. All of that. What I wanted to get, that's why I'm trying to get into the details, specifically about the science. For me, that's probably the most fascinating part of this, is what is possible when it comes to propulsion technology. And the reason why I care about that is because I think that if we have life-changing breakaway technology that you and I could benefit from, I would like that to be released. I was sitting on the plane on the tarmac here for 3 hours at Reagan, stuck. And I was sitting there because of weather, and I thought, if it's true and we do have this kind of advanced propulsion, I'm going to be really angry.
You want to be able to use some of this advanced propulsion for yourself if it exists.
Absolutely.
I just want to dig into this moment with you and Eric Davis a little bit more, because I mean, Eric Davis is a well-known, pretty well-respected physicist. He has had various top secret security clearances with the Pentagon over, decades. And here he is telling you about reptilians and insectoids and detailing 4 different types of alien species. And I've watched your face many times during that exchange, and
What would you describe my expression?
I don't want to put words on it, but I've been dying to know what was going through your mind as he was saying that.
Yeah, so I've heard those 4 creatures before. I've heard those 4 classifications in meetings in this office from other people. But what I wasn't expecting is for him to say it. I wasn't expecting Eric Davis, respected scientist, to say that. Now, my follow-up should have been, and you always think of what you should have asked as a follow-up.
I'll do that in this interview.
My follow-up should have been, okay, what level of evidence did you receive to make that conclusion?
Right.
Have you personally seen these 4 different species? Have you seen the biologics of them? Have you seen what evidence or was it relayed to you, second hand or third hand?
And so you don't have any clarity on that yet? Because that was one of my big questions is, was he speaking from firsthand knowledge and experience in that moment with you? Or was he recounting what other people had told him? And it wasn't clear from my vantage point.
Yeah, it's not clear to me either, and I probably should reach out and ask him that question. At that point, I felt like he wasn't speaking about having a firsthand experience. It was mostly speaking as an intellectual about the categorization and classifications that have been discussed.
But I guess he is somebody that would potentially have firsthand knowledge, right?
He potentially could be, but he also could just be assigned as a researcher. And what it appears to me is that he was often assigned on projects to kind of understand the science behind some things that were happening.
I think a lot of people are going to see this and think what I thought when I saw it, which is, it is wild that we are here on Capitol Hill and that we're finally discussing these things.
Okay, so this is
they're not going to name where's the 4?
They didn't name them. I think we named them. We named them, and
I dug my bell out and everything. I was going to ring the bell.
Yeah, I don't think they go over it exactly. We listened for quite a while.
Hill, you and Eric Davis,
Yeah.
talking about the possibility.
Yeah, they didn't name it, but I'm pretty sure we nailed it. Where it was the Greys, the Reptoids, the Manus people, and the Nordics. Those are the 4 main ones, I believe. Those are the most popular. Everyone's got their trading cards, but he may not have it all. And this is according to various researchers out there. So to speak directly about the 4 types, there might be more, maybe 5.
There's a few more than 5.
Well, I don't know if there is, but we'll see.
Don't believe the 5.6.
Right, so it's that 0.6 one that works.
0.6 alien.
That's a hybrid.
I've been reading, as you might have guessed, books about aliens and UFOs, and more specifically, just about the nature of this reality and where our place as humans might be in this reality. And it's looking more and more like we may be in some sort of simulation. A simulation of what? I don't know. Real life. Typically, like when you say, hey, we're in a simulation. Well, what is it simulating? I guess this life here. But typically, if you're trying to simulate something, you're basing that simulation on something that already exists, I would imagine. Well, when it comes to the alien types, everyone's saying, oh, these are ETs, these are extraterrestrials. I think it's the term that's being used more and more is interdimensional, even though we don't really know what that means. Like, what does another dimension look like? It's hard to wrap your head around that. So we'll just go to the alien roles. And so the book I'm reading most recently is a book called Closer Encounters by author Jason Giorgiani. He's done a couple of interviews, some longer interviews, I think on the Danny Jones podcast. This guy has just a different view of the alien reality. It's interesting. His approach to the topic is a mix of simulation theory and alien abductions and all that kind of stuff. But he kind of broke down like what he sees as the main type of entity. So he's got the, and you can use your bell, Cratchit. He's got the number one. He's got the reptilians or the serpentine beings. These appear like lizard-like or dragon-like. These are the archetype that they use. They're often associated with ancient kingship or domination or authoritarian power, which would make sense. A lot of people, David Icke included, accuse these reptilians of running the world, being in places of power throughout various governments and taking reins of power, or at least influencing those leaders. Then you have the gray aliens. These are the iconic guys. You know about them. They're either 3 to 4 feet tall, but there's also the gray aliens that have been disguised or described as like 5 to 6 feet tall. Pretty big, Little blue fuckers about that big. Yeah, they can be.
Those are little guys, though.
They're little guys, and then there's.
By the way, just as an aside, I did find the original video they're referring to. It is unusable as far as the audio.
Yeah, it sucks.
There's everyone sitting there in front of microphones, and it sounds like it's recorded from across the room.
Yeah.
So you can't hear clearly what they're talking about. So that's aggravating to no end.
Yeah, these gray aliens, these are the iconic ones. Big heads, big eyes. They are less biological creatures and more of just containers, like almost autonomous creatures. But they appear to be workers or drones. And then you got the third category, which is not mentioned.
Well, wait, on the grays, is that the same grays who also don't have souls?
I believe so.
Because they're drones.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I don't believe they have a consciousness, but don't have a soul per se. But they're workers.
They weren't born; they were created.
Yes, that is what we're going on.
All right.
That is our assumption and the best guess we got.
Yep.
The third category here.
Sam's on board.
Yes, he's all on board. He loves this shit.
He's been on the show this entire time for the last hour and a half.
He's just sitting back listening, and he chimes in every now and again.
All right, so what's the third one?
Third category, which does not come up in the Eric Davis talk or any talk on Capitol Hill, it's the jinn. It's the trickster entity.
Oh, interesting.
So this is rooted in the Islamic, Persian traditions. We talked about them recently when Iran accused Israel and Mossad of using drugs and talking to the jinn in order to wage war on Iran. And I wrote a song about that, and people like the song, and that's good. But these tricksters, they're interdimensional. The tricksters, they are deeply deceptive. They blur the category between angelic, sometimes demonic, sometimes alien. They will take the shape of anything as long as it serves their purpose. They will if they take the form of like something demonic or evil, it's because they want to elicit that type of reaction out of you. They want that fear, and they thrive on confusion. And they are here primarily to destabilize humanity. They play with language, illusions, and altered states. Most notably, I would say, like John Keel talks about these in the realm of ultra-terrestrials, and Jack Valet in the control system. Like, there's something else going on here that is influencing humanity. It could be the jinn. And then number 4, we have the Nordic. Those are the tall, handsome, really good-looking, quote-unquote, aliens. And they often have blonde hair, radiant blue eyes. They're associated with higher consciousness. And this kind of kicked off the contactee wave in the 1950s, where multiple people claim to have encountered these Nordics. and had mystical experiences with these Nordics. They're often aligned with archetypes of gods, angels, and advanced teachers. It's rumored that these are the counterbalance to some of those darker alien intelligence, although it's all speculation. And then we got the fifth, according to Jason Giorgiani, which he suggests is some sort of alien that is AI or machine-based. So encounters sometimes described as mechanical or insectoid or cybernetic entity, which is quite frequent in alien abductions, where there is some sort of like super secret cybernetic
cyborg creation.
Yeah, something like that. This could represent a post-human evolutionary trajectory where we humans got to a point and we can no longer evolve, and so we had to combine ourselves with this technology, like we talked about with the brain-computer interface chip, and eventually the machine took over and we lost all of our humanity. And now, far off into the future, that creation comes back in time to try to salvage some part of humanity. Curious about the soul that they left behind, that they evolved out of, they're trying to recapture it. It's almost like the chicken and the egg, where like maybe 1 million years ago, us humans were created by AI and robots. We then have civilization after civilization in which we will create AI and robots. We merge with it and we lose our humanity. And then in the future, rinse and repeat, we create clones or humans again. It's just a natural cycle of us humans to create this AI that will then create another version of humans in the future. But that's according to Jason Giorgiani, and he's under the impression that we are living in some sort of matrix or simulation, and that the entities that I just described, they live outside of it. They pretty much assume the roles of administrators, and that all of them are very curious in our souls. For some reason, they're curious about our souls, and it's my speculation that our souls have the ability to leave the matrix. It has the ability to go beyond the simulation, way beyond than what they are capable of doing, and that's why they're obsessed with it. But yeah, that's I don't think they're going to talk about that in congressional hearings, but they should.
Well, and if they do, they will have a crappy audio feed, a terrible setup, and it'll look really bad and sound bad, further kind of devaluing any sort of hearings they do on these topics.
Yeah, and
I think that's deliberate. That's got to be deliberate.
Yeah, because you'd figure with getting some of those most prominent people in the UFO field in one of, I would say, a historic setting, where these people, they have seats of power, and to not mic them correctly, it does. It seems either it's intentional.
Yep.
But there is some action, some movement happening on Capitol Hill when it comes to the whistleblowers who are skipping out on their skiff appointments, specifically Lou Elizondo and David Grush, where it's called the skiff flu, where they'll get up in front of Congress and they'll talk about all these grandiose alien ideas and agendas, but then behind the scenes, when Congress is like, okay, now it's time to talk behind the scenes in a secure room so we can talk about things that require a security clearance, they all get sick, or they miss a plane, or they can't make it because X, Y, and Z.
I really am sick.
Yes.
I have chronic fatigue syndrome.
Yeah.
That is a real illness. You can check with the Center for Disease Control.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. But now Rep. Paul, I think Paula Luna, or Rep. Paulina Luna, she's saying that she wants to subpoena these whistleblowers, so they are forced to come to the skiff to tell what they know. And I think that's the right move, because if they're just a bunch of mirage men sent out there to spread disinfo, and then they refuse to talk about these super secret ideas behind the scenes, then yeah, get them behind the scenes and make them tell you. because it's time. Like there's been enough congressional hearings at this point that we need to have some action, real action. Okay. Well, Crash, do you want to take some phone calls before we get into some goofy news?
I think we definitely need to take some phone calls.
All right.
I know Stan has a report he's going to give us. He dressed in a wig and a dress and snuck into the Putin-Trump summit, so he has all sorts of information on that.
Yeah, you're on air, sweetheart. Go ahead and take the phone calls.
I will open up the phone lines here in one moment. You guys can give a call in, and we'll have some conversations. We'll exchange words, and we will see what happens here. So the phone line is now open. We're gonna get this right now. Caller, you are on the air.
Thanks for calling and thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Спасибо большое, comrades.
Oh, yeah, Stan from Alaska. You just hosted Putin, didn't you? You love Putin.
At your house.
It is Stanislav from Novo, Alaska. Yes. Our illustrious leader, Putin, has signed a new agreement that allows Alaska to come back into Russian territory. Trump is great leader, but Putin is better.
What's your assessment of that Putin visit? What's going on?
Yeah, so on Thursday, we had 4 Russian jets show up at Ted Stevens at the airport. And there was, in the report, that there was up to 750 delegates between the Russia and the U.S.
Wow.
So
it's a big party.
A lot of people.
Big party.
Big party. And it's tourist season still up here, so there's not a hotel room. So what they did is they sent everybody to the University of Alaska Anchorage dorm rooms, and because school hasn't started for the universities yet. And
wait, so the representatives for Russia were at a college dorm?
Yes.
So did they give them like a little food card so they could go down to the cafeteria and get in line for burgers and fries? I would hopefully.
Yep. Subway.
Yeah, treat them right. Subway. Yeah. I like to see Putin standing in line for Subway.
Putin telling the guy, no tomatoes.
Yeah, so they didn't have enough rooms in the dorm, so they had to convert the Alaska Airlines Center, which is
I thought you were going to say they made them double up in bunk beds.
Bunk beds or sleep in the common area.
No, they already had in the dorms they already had bunk beds, so they didn't have enough bunk beds. Yeah, so
Putin had to share with Trump.
Trump and Putin and bunking up.
So the Alaska Airlines Center, it's a newer built. It was built just before COVID, and it's right next to the University of Alaska Anchorage and right next to the Providence Hospital there. And they actually had to modify that to actually add some beds there. Now that's the same thing they did during COVID. So the Corps of Engineers during COVID converted that sports arena into 150 to 200 beds for COVID patients. So we reusing again for converting to beds for a bunch of people. And then let's see, Putin flew in. He got in about 9:45 a.m. Yesterday. So my kids were watching him, and they were sending me the Flight Aware or the Flight Radar 24 tracking of Putin's plane. Air Force One came in. One of my coworkers took a picture from his house up on the hillside in Anchorage, and he said, "I can see because he has a pretty good view of Elmendorf, and he could see all the planes and everything like that." So, and then I sent you the email about doing another AI visual of Putin or of Trump giving Putin a vitamin B2 shot because he had that B2 with the F-22s flying right over him.
Oh, yeah. That was a nice show of force, kind of.
That was, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous because we don't have any B2s up here. I think the closest ones are all in Missouri. So, but he goes out of his way to use the B2 as his way to show, dominance.
Yeah. If he wanted to show dominance, just fly a UFO over there. That would have done it,
We should have pulled one out of the hangar, or out of the Black Pyramid. Maybe we should have taken whatever we have, the Black Pyramid around here.
Yeah, they could have flown the Stingray or the Orion, anything we built in the 80s or 90s. That secret, just fly it up there, and Putin look up and I was like, oh, I've never seen one of those before.
Impact Putin.
Yeah.
That would have impacted Putin.
We got to keep impacting Putin. So we did have, I call them mild protesters. They were out on the main streets waving their Ukrainian flags and saying, down with Trump, down with Putin. So they were trying to impact Putin, but looks like and the outcome of the summit is exactly what I thought it was going to be. Oh yeah, Russia and the U.S. can come to an agreement what they want to have done, but Zelensky, that's a hard discussion. He won't give up. Basically, this is going nowhere fast, except now Putin has invited Trump to come to Moscow, and we all know what Trump loves doing in Moscow.
He loves to pee.
So hopefully we can get Trump some of those things from the National Park Service for his color, check to see like how hydrated he is.
Oh, Trump travels with. Trump installed a P chart in Air Force One. He travels with one. Of course he does.
So yeah. So now Putin's probably going to give him a lot of vodka. So I'm sure with vodka that's going to change the coloration.
Trump doesn't drink. Trump does not drink.
That's right.
He's a teetotaler, man. He's anti-drinking.
He's a teetotaler.
So. But he likes Diet Coke, and Diet Coke does dehydrate you. It doesn't hydrate you as much as one would think. We definitely need to see the color of Trump's urine. We got to make sure he's hydrated.
Oh God!
You're not curious?
Check before he goes over.
So instead of him having a what do you call it? A cognitive ability test. They want to do a P test on him.
Yeah, exactly. Trump, like at a press conference, he should just hold up a cup of him holding his own urine, so we know that he's well hydrated.
We don't want him to negotiate when he's not hydrated. Otherwise, we're going to get
Cratchit, can you make an AI picture of Trump holding a press conference, holding up a jar of yellow liquid?
I'll see what I can do to get around the filters on that.
Yes, thank you.
Lemonade. He just caught lemonade. He's just got a glass of lemonade. Oh, but yeah. So it was.
Was it? Do you think it was a step in the right direction, though?
It's a good show. The issue is, what's going on the front is Russia is starting to make more advances, and Ukraine's running out of people. And mercenaries, and Russia has not fully taken over, Zaporozhye, Kherson, and the last part of Donetsk, and they are not wanting to give up the last part of Donetsk because that's a super heavy fortified area, and there's like 5 little cities there, and the West does not want to give that up.
Yeah, well, that's where they got all the roller coasters too.
Failure. Yeah. Roller coasters and all the different secret, cybernetic cyborg creations are there too.
As the last Chuck E. Cheese in Ukraine, we're not giving it up without a fight.
So, and Russia does have part of Kharkiv Oblast and another little one. So theoretically they could say, we'll trade you back these other 2 provinces. We have little stuff like in the near Sumy and that kind of stuff, and trade land. But what are you going to? How is this ever going to be resolved? Ukraine people will eventually say Ukraine needs to take this back, and there'll be a new war in the future. It'll just be a constant. There's going to be no settlement on the boundaries on this. The zero. So
it sounds like the only resolution is what I'm hearing from you is that the Europe or the West will have to get involved in the war to drive Russia back. And then we're at a world war pretty much.
Correct. And even then, once Russia gets pushed back, what's going to stop Russia from wanting to do this again in the future and fight over Crimea, fight over these other areas? It's problematic because these areas, whether it was a legit election or not, they did vote to become part of Russia. So that creates a bunch of just weird stuff between the different groups. And Eastern Ukraine is definitely pro-Russian. Western Ukraine is definitely anti-Russian. And now you've got these other countries with Lithuania and other countries like closing their borders off completely. You got the Kaliningrad area over there in Europe. That was left over to give to Stalin. It's just a giant cluster. It's like we need to find ways to not have to have these border disputes and actually, reintroduce Russia back into the Western culture and actually do fair trade. But we're not doing fair trade anywhere. You know, all this stuff with Trump and tariffs and that kind of stuff. It's just another BS thing, because I'm really pissed off. The Epstein files, all the perpetrators. That's the hill to die on for me right now. Is saying, Trump, anything you do means absolutely nothing until there is at least hundreds and hundreds of politicians and business leaders and other corrupt bastards that are brought to trial and found guilty and hung. That just needs to happen. That's hiding this stuff is very bad, because he is totally, whatever he is, blackmailed or whatever, he is protecting, horrific pedophile people. And we need to just stop that.
It does appear that way.
It's not good for our citizenry. It's not good for our civilization. And then all the other stuff he's doing. He's given over everything to AI. He's going to give all these business deals to these people. Is that really going to benefit our citizens? No. Inflation's way up. Job growth is, fairly stagnant.
Yeah.
It's all about the big business transactions. And the people in the know, those are the ones that are making the money. And that's why the disaffected youth are going to vote for that communist in New York.
That's right.
Mamdani. And that's not good for us either, because that guy he's a Ugandan whatever he is. I mean, a Ugandan communist. So
it just looks like the pendulum will continue to swing to the extremes more and more and more until something breaks.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's a repeat of the previous history. And something, I've been listening to Alex Jones, and unfortunately Alex is too distracted and too much giving Trump a pass on this. He's like, he's so good, he's so good. No. Trump has been ineffectual. He's barely made any real headway in anything. Everything he's tried and attempted has been blocked because the system is super corrupt. And
exactly.
Unfortunately, he's setting that precedent where he's launched the National Guard in Los Angeles and now Washington, D.C., saying like, we don't habeas corpus, we don't care. We'll just launch the military anywhere we want to if you start uprising.
Yeah,
and anybody's going to use that in the future, so we're setting bad precedent.
Exactly. So. Yeah, he's a bull in a china shop, and we don't really need a bull right now. We need a goat, and
we need somebody who's actually going to speak the truth.
Yeah,
but on the positive side, if you guys could get that art, I'd love to see Trump feeding Putin some B2 vitamins, just like he did for Khomeini. So
we'll see what we can do.
That would be good stuff. And then Song Pack 4, when is that coming out?
Song Pack 4 will probably be out in a few weeks. Once we get I would say 2 to 3 more new songs. Like each song pack probably has at least 10, so it's going to be coming pretty soon. I would say we have some good AI songs probably in about 3 to 4 weeks. It's when it's coming.
Okay. I might send you some lyrics for like a Putin in Alaska thing, but I'll think about that.
Christian just put up on screen Trump holding up a beaker of yellow liquid, and it looks like he might be safe to travel.
But is he smart and is he hydrated enough to negotiate?
Trump's not smiling. Trump looks pretty concerned looking at his own urine. So he's not smiling at it. He looks concerned. I don't know. Maybe we can get one of him smiling because he likes to put a good face and stuff. Well, thank you, Stan. We appreciate the phone call here.
All right. Later, guys.
Bye. Yeah. There's Trump there looking at some urine. We assume it's his. We don't know. It's not labeled.
It's not labeled.
He just found it on a desk and said, "This is mine now."
This was in the break room fridge.
I'm using this.
I keep some in the Oval Office. I have a fridge in the Resolute desk in case it comes up and you do a random drug test. I just keep some down here.
All right.
I could see him doing that where some question comes up about that. He just reaches down below the podium at the press conference and just pulls that out. He just has it.
Here it is. You want to know? This is what I'm on.
So, we do need to take at least one more phone call because Stan is very informative, but he's also loquacious.
He's verbose. He got us all the information we needed. Yeah, we'll take one more phone call here. If anybody wants to call in, 5-1. Oh.
There we go. See,
caller, you are on the air.
Oh hello? Yeah, what's up? It's Farmer Matt.
Farmer Matt calling in from Hawaii. How you doing out there, buddy?
That's right near Alaska.
Yes.
We're doing okay now. Some egregious shit happened to us that I won't talk about right now, but it's all happening, boys.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It's all happening. And I just wanted to tell you guys my theory about this, what is it, Atlas 2025 thing?
Yeah.
I don't know if you talked about that today, but
I don't know if we did.
Here in November, right?
I don't think we talked about Atlas 2025. I'm going to bring up on the screen, but continue.
I believe that it is similar to what happened during the Black Death, because we've read historical accounts of something in the sky. It wasn't just, the rats and the fleas making everyone sick. So I think starting around the time that this thing passes our planet, people are going to start getting sick.
Oh, you're talking about Atlas, the 3-eye comet that is supposed to make it swing around the sun at the end of December. Yeah. Yes.
That's what I think that really is. I haven't really learned too much about it other than it's taking a tour of the solar system, right?
Yeah, and typically, historically, when comets come in and are visible and are observed by Earth, they are not hard. They don't bring good luck. They don't bring good news and good fortune to humanity. Typically, comets are associated with turbulation and a lot of unease and unrest. So, yeah, I don't like comets. I've always hated them.
Yeah, we're feeling that now. Some real tyrannical stuff happened to us this week, and I can't even talk about it. So when it's time, I'll tell you guys.
I would love to hear about it.
Feel safe enough to talk about it. Yeah, it's really bad. So Still here, still free, but see what happens.
Okay, yeah. If you can, I'd like to know.
Wish you guys well. Yeah, I will. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll write you a letter.
Yeah, do that.
Wish you guys well. Keep your head on a swivel. They're doing stuff. They're just doing whatever they want now.
Yes.
I'll just put it that way. They do whatever they want, and it's not right. So the good has to shine through pretty soon because it's time. It's freaking time. I've just had it.
All right, Farmer Matt. Hey, thank you for calling in. We're glad that you're there. Yeah, let me know what's going on with you.
I will.
All right, man. Take care. Talk to you soon.
Guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Troubling. Yeah, that Atlas comet coming through, stirring up trouble. People are using it to say it's some sort of alien vehicle, which I don't think it is. I think it's just a comet. But
no, but if I was an alien civilization, I would use those things to hide behind to mask your approach.
Sure. Hey, it'd be a clever way to do it. Certainly would. All right, Cretchen, let's go over to you and see what you got.
Because you done goofed.
I got the story about the World Humanoid Robot Games.
Oh, I've heard about this.
Yeah. Where's the one I'm looking for here? Nope, not that one. I think it was in Korea.
I want it!
Yes, it's this one. In Korea, apparently, cyber cafes are a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Why aren't they a big deal here in America?
I don't understand. I don't know. But it's causing some problems because people like to do remote work, there instead of at their house or at their apartment or at their office. But they've started taking in a bunch of accessories and really making a mess of the place.
Let's see here. Starbucks asked customers in South Korea to stop bringing printers and desktop computers into stores as workers transform Café into offices, remote offices.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That would be pretty unnerving. I think there was it was a memeable photo when McDonald's had Wi-Fi and they opened up the internet in order to compete with like Starbucks and other coffee shops. Like someone brought their entire PC gaming rig into McDonald's and just kind of set it up. Classic.
See if I can find that.
Probably playing Diablo, maybe Unreal Tournament. But yes, they're getting cozy at Starbucks, to sip a latte and catch up on emails. And then And then there's lugging your printer and desktop to the coffee chain to clock in to work. Starbucks South Korea is experiencing this exact phenomenon and is now barring patrons from bringing in large pieces of work equipment, treating the cafes like their own amenity-stuffed office space. Quote, Starbucks Korea has updated its policy so all customers can have a pleasant and accessible store experience. While laptops and smaller personal computer devices are welcome, customers are asked to refrain from bringing desktop computers, printers, or other bulky items that may limit seating into the to limit the impact of shared space. I wonder if people will bring in like the giant Xerox like printers, like rolling those in.
I found this photo from McDonald's. Is this the one you're thinking of?
Yeah, it's pretty close. I think. Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah, I mean, if you have to roll in giant printers and Xerox machines into Starbucks, you might be taking it a little far. The company said it will continue to be a welcoming third space. The store policy changes was first reported by the Korean Herald. Starbucks has been a fixture in Korea since opening its first store there. Wait, Starbucks opened its first store in Korea? Oh, and in a Seoul neighborhood in 1999. South Korea has surpassed Japan in a number of Starbucks stores, boasting 2,050 to Japan's 2,040, despite having less than half this population. Oh, so most of Korea is basically at Starbucks 24/7.
They're there right now, yeah.
Yeah.
I found this photo. This might be the one you're looking for.
That's a pretty good one, yeah. That's an old man on a desktop at McDonald's. That's pretty good. I think that's the one I'm thinking of, maybe. Apparently, there's more than I thought.
Apparently, this is a thing.
Yeah, apparently people like to take their desktop computers to McDonald's, which, okay.
I mean, I do that too, but like only
Okay.
like once or twice a week, not every day.
Let's see here. So Korea has a strong terror room culture. Young Ken Kim Renong, professor emeritus at the Korean Language and Culture International Affairs at George Washington University, told Fortune. Even when they were dirt poor, people gathered in the terror rooms to discuss things, literature, art, politics, or whatever, and felt that they were civilized. Okay. Let's see here.
Well, what he's saying there is people generally like to gather in public places.
Yeah, and hang out and do work together.
That's carrying on as people try to do work there. I put another link in Carrot Shop. This is the same story, but they've got better photos. If you scroll down to the second photo, you see people who are bringing in entire like desk partitions into Starbucks to kind of make it into their own office.
Let's see this. So, yes, they have put up like their own little cubicle. So they got to get work done. Okay, they're trying to get their work done. And they have one of those loud keyboards, mechanical keyboards, so everyone can hear them.
So everyone can hear. Yeah, that's right. They know they're working.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, those of you who have mechanical keyboards, I understand key travel and the responsiveness and whatever the different types of keystrokes and whatnot. Yeah, we can all hear that when you're on a Teams or Zoom call.
But not all cafe owners are so sympathetic to the changing labor culture, calling Catagonjic or electricity thieves and claiming patrons.
That's actually, they're probably not far off.
Yeah.
I mean, bringing all this stuff.
It takes its toll. And claiming patrons stay working at their business for hours while nursing a single cup of coffee at the time. Just one, that's it?
Yeah, like a small cup of black coffee, please. There's 82 cents.
There's one cup of coffee. You're using more electricity in that during a workday. Probably if you're bringing in your Xerox printer, you're bringing in your personal computer, and probably a TV for a little entertainment for breaks.
A TV.
Yeah, well, you got to take a break, Cratchit. You can't be working the entire day.
I bring in a microwave so I can make lunch.
Microwave and like your Xbox or PlayStation, so you can have
for break time.
Break time to wind down.
Bring in my rock tumbler because I leave that running.
I'm just going to set up my bedroom over here in the corner of Starbucks. So while the rise of remote workers in cafes marks a shift of coffee shops from a place of leisure to a place of work, Elvine Hoth said that she had to believe it was only a matter of time before coffee shops inched a shift to balance back towards reputation of relaxation. So they're basically saying you can come in for a little bit, but then you got to get out of here.
In this other version of the same story, but from the other newspaper here, they're talking about small independent cafes have introduced countermeasures, which I thought was an interesting. Clearly, they translated the wrong word there, but have introduced countermeasures such as banning stays of over 2 hours and disabling access to power outlets.
Oh wow! Okay.
So come in and hang out, but get out.
Well, that's when you just bring in your own Jackery battery and just set up. Or you bring a gas powered generator,
Honda generator with you. Just wheel that in.
You start that up.
Don't you have a generator sound we can?
I don't know if I have a generator
story.
Do I have a gas? Let me see if I have a gas powered generator sound effect, like the soothing sounds.
We should have that running during this entire story. And of course, the person who's running that generator is going to have their giant noise canceling headphones on, so they're not going to hear it. So it'll be fine for them.
Yeah, let's see here. No, I don't think I got a.
No,
it doesn't sound like it. No.
What the hell is that?
It says it was a gas generator, but it's not. So
they need to do some maintenance on it.
It sounds like you blew a rod. Okay, this is
closer.
This is on YouTube. Not bad. Kind of soothing. Some good white noise in the background. Okay. Not that bad. I don't see why Starbucks would complain about that one.
Why do they mind?
Yeah.
That's white noise. Your brain tunes it out after a while.
Yeah. All right, Chris, let's see what else you got over there.
Springfield.
I do like the use of the word countermeasures in that one. Like maybe they could have
send in someone dressed like a boss.
No, I was thinking more like they'd have some claymores at the table.
Oh, I see. Like landmines.
Don't sit down over there. Let's see. We talked about some AI stuff. Here's a little bit of background on how Meta, in this case, which is Facebook, how they're training their AI models by stealing porn.
What?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God.
Computer's broke.
Oh, my God. Okay. Meta pirated and seeded porn for years to train AI, lawsuit says.
Oh, really?
Porn sites may have blown up Meta's key defense in a copyright fight, which book authors who earlier said this year that Meta torrented at least 81.7 terabytes of data across multiple shadow libraries to train its AI models. Yeah, I can see them do that. You can go out there and get tons of books for free online. And I can see AI or Meta doing this to train their AI. Meta has defeated most of the author's claims and claimed that there was no proof that Meta ever uploaded pirated data through seeding or leeching on the BitTorrent network used to download training data. But authors still have a chance to prove that Meta may have profited off its massive piracy. A new lawsuit filed by adult sites last week appears to contain evidence that could help authors win their fight. The lawsuit was filed last Friday in a U.S. District Court in California by Strike 3 Holdings, which says it attracts over 25 million monthly visitors to sites that serve as ethical sources for adult videos that are famous for redefining adult content with Hollywood-style quality. Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
See, we only want to pirate high quality porn.
Yes.
Only the best for Meta's employees.
After authors revealed Meta's torrenting, Strike 3 Holdings checked its proprietary BitTorrent tracking tool designed to detect infringement of its videos and alleged that the company found evidence that Meta has been torrenting and seeding its copyrighted content for years, since at least 2018. Some of its IP addresses were clearly registered to Meta, while others appeared to be hidden, and at least one was linked to a Meta employee, the file said. Oh, God. This is bad, if true.
What I don't understand is why are they hoovering up and then reseeding?
Yeah, why reseed? Why not just why are they reseeding?
But what are they, if ostensibly, the argument is ostensibly, nominally, they're using this to train AI models. Mm-hmm. Why are they training AI models on high-quality porn?
I have to do it.
As opposed to all the other material out there. So I'm wondering, is this a defense that they were detected doing this because you had a bunch of preverts using the corporate network and high-speed connectivity to download and reseed all their porno, and they're like, no, I was using it for AI stuff.
Yeah, maybe that's the excuse. Oh, but if you want to make high-quality porn, you got to train it on it. And I suspect that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make
going to launch a new service.
Yeah, a new Meta service.
Now, new from Meta, high-quality AI porn.
Yeah, I think that might be it. These tactics allegedly gave Meta several advantages. Porn operators explained that explained to the court that BitTorrent protocols established a tit-for-tat mechanism that rewards users who distribute the most desired content. It alleged that Meta took advantage of the system by often pirating adult videos that are often within the most infringed files on BitTorrent websites on the very same day the motion pictures are released. They're calling their videos motion pictures? Okay, technically I guess they are. I produce motion pictures.
They're Hollywood quality.
I do Hollywood quality stuff.
It's Hollywood quality talkies. We have a story with dialogue and everything.
I'll skip down here. Quote, the only reason to incur the server and bandwidth expense of remaining in a swarm for these long durations is to leverage the extended distribution of tit-for-tat currency in order to efficiently download millions of other files from BitTorrent, Strike 3 said. So, yeah, okay, see, if it's downloading, it's also seeding at the same time. This is a long article. I think Meta might be got. Meta's going to have to pay some people off.
Well, team at Ars Technica likes to really get into the stories about porn.
Last paragraph here. Meta has the right and ability to supervise and or control its own corporate IP addresses, as well as the IP addresses hosted in off-infra data centers, and the acts of its employees and agents infringing plaintiffs' works through their residential IP by using Meta's AI script to obtain content through BitTorrent, the complaint said. So, okay.
Well, I mean, at a fundamental level, it's about copyright. Hey, you're stealing our stuff and redistributing it. The bigger question is, why is Meta not just downloading, but also then redistributing so much porn?
We're doing it.
They like to do it. They like to do it. I think they get off on it. So, yeah, it looks like they're being accused of 100,000 unauthorized distribution transactions. So that's a lot. That's a lot.
You need to go to jail.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg's back there downloading all those porn.
It's him personally.
Yeah.
He's got hard drives.
Motherfucker.
Hard drives behind his desk just lined up full of creepily organized porn.
High quality motion pictures.
It's Hollywood quality.
To go to jail.
See, the adult site did not identify the employee or the major data center discussed.
That guy, Steve, right there, him.
It's Mark. He goes by Mark. Mark Z. That's his handle.
We'll call him Mark Z. No, that's too obvious. We'll call him M. Zuckerberg. No, wait a minute.
M. Zuck. All right. Well, yeah. I guess it's the risk, you know. They wanted all this data, and they probably thought it was worth the risk to download it, and they'll just pay people off. And, ask for forgiveness. Just pay them off at the end. I think that's probably what their rationale is.
So you're saying their defense is, was that wrong?
Yeah.
Should I not have done that?
Yeah, I think so. And then they'll pay a fine.
I got to plead ignorance on this thing, because if anybody at any time had explained to me that was frowned upon.
Yeah.
Was that wrong? Should I not have done that? I got to plead ignorance on this thing, because if anyone had said anything to me at all when I first started here that sort of thing was frowned upon.
Yeah, that's Mark Zuck's
I'm not sure that's
defense.
going to hold up.
Well, they'll have to pay a fine. They'll pay a fine. They got great lawyers over there at Meta. And it'll all be done. So
now HR over there is going to have to add a thing to their onboarding new employee orientation. You can't download terabytes of porn.
Try not to do that.
Yeah. We know you're going to have some porn.
Yeah, so
but not a lot of it.
Yeah.
And stay away from the Hollywood quality stuff.
Yeah, the high quality stuff. They really don't like you taking that stuff. All right, one more, Crash. Let's do one more.
I don't know what this is.
Let's see. I got a local story. I got two local stories. If you want that sort of thing, or we have some Loch Ness related news.
Let's do a local story.
All right,
we've covered a lot of paranormal stuff. Let's do some Loch Ness, or not
save
Loch
that Loch Ness one.
Yeah, save that for next time.
So this one's got a local news story. It's from Ohio. It's from Columbus, it says, but I think that's just because the legislature's involved. So you could drive over there real quick and see what they're up to. But they said, stop skipping out on job interviews.
What? I love skipping out on job interviews. That's what I do. A new Ohio bill would create state registry of applicants who skip job interviews.
Man, I got mixed emotions about this one.
Now, there's a video.
There's a local story about this.
I'm very concerned about this video, but let me see what they say here. It does look legit. It does look like a legit video, so we're gonna find out.
Oh no, it's about this. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool, great. We're gonna get this going right now, people.
Some Ohio lawmakers want to make it more punishing to skip job interviews.
NBC4's Katie Millard is at the State House with a new bill that's already dividing lawmakers.
The bill would establish an online registry of people who fail to show up for scheduled job interviews. And now the bill's co-sponsor tells me he's hearing from Ohio businesses who are tired of wasting their time.
The bill rewards professionalism. You know, if you value employers' times, this process is going to value you. And it just modernizes the hiring process, and it holds applicants accountable.
Representative Brian Lorenz says his bill would stop people from abusing state benefits. Already, Ohioans are not allowed to get unemployment checks if they skip job interviews without notice. This new law would make it easier for business owners to report and search no-shows. Almost 50,000 Ohioans filed for unemployment benefits last week. Senator Bill DeMora says it's rare for people to abuse benefits. He thinks the bill is unnecessary and could hurt people looking for work.
This bill is another answer looking for a question. It's something that doesn't need it. I mean, there are procedures in line already for unemployment compensation, and you have to follow the rules that say that somehow you get reported if you don't show up for a job interview. Well, there could be a million reasons you don't show up for a job interview.
Lorenz says everyone's human, but no-shows are becoming an issue nationwide. He wants the state to create an easier reporting system. The state already has a way to report unemployment benefit violations online, but it takes a few steps. So Lorenz says his program would streamline that process. He says it will also make Ohio a more attractive state for business.
We're not looking to blacklist anybody or anything like that.
That's racist.
We're just trying to build and foster a culture of respect and accountability and stop wasting employers' valuable time.
But DeMora worries the bill could stop people from applying for benefits they need.
To punish people because they don't make it a job interview for any reason that they might have is just hurting them. I mean, these are people that need to find jobs.
Lawmakers are on summer break, so it's unlikely the bill will see any action until October. Lorenz tells me he's going to use this time to speak with stakeholders and develop the idea. Local for you at the State House, I'm Katie Millard, NBC4.
Balls. At the State House restroom.
Yeah. Nice reverb in here.
Yeah. What they're getting at is like if you're on benefits, part of the thing is you have to, in order to maintain benefits, you have to show that you're actively seeking work.
Here's the thing, though.
If you sign up for job interviews and then don't show, just blowing it off, they want to take you off the list.
They want to take you off the list. But there's a counter to this. Is like oftentimes employers will post up job listings that don't actually exist. Or they'll put feelers out there, or
yeah, but they're not going to go far enough on that process. If it's not a job that exists, you're not going to get granted an interview.
Yeah. I don't know. This is going to create some kind of blacklist. I don't like this, but it is wasting time of employers. I think the only solution is to somehow mandate that AI take care of all the initial interviewing. Yay! So it's not wasting anybody's time. You have to mandate AI do the pre-screening. I don't know. I don't know if I like this. I don't like this law.
Well, I don't necessarily like the idea of them potentially blacklisting people, but I think there is definitely a lot of, let's just say, I was going to say abuse. Abuse isn't the right term. Misuse of how benefits are handled at this point.
It says right here, Cratchit, that they're not going to blacklist anybody. That's what they're promising, that they're not going to do that.
We're going to purple list you instead.
Yeah, right.
Oh, boy. Well, I don't believe them, and I'm sure it will pass.
By the way, we have some people in the chat asking about the merch store, I guess, is still not functioning, or broken ass or whatever.
Yeah, I got to move it because I just haven't promoted it because I don't trust Teespring. And there's a lot
of... That's a comment here from somebody said that they tried to buy a shirt, but they canceled after 3 months of it never getting charged or shipping.
Yeah, sorry, people. I should just take down a link. I didn't want to close down the store. I should remove all listings, because once you close down the store, you're basically saying I'm closing down my business and I'm forfeiting any money you might have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I got to leave it open. Like, I got to have a presence on there in order to hopefully get money that is owed.
But you could take the link off the website.
Yeah, I got to take the link off. I'm sorry about that, people. It's Teespring. They have been notorious for screwing customers and then screwing people trying to sell stuff. Yeah, they're awful. And so I got to move someplace else.
Whatever.
You only have one button on the website that says merge, so
yeah.
Just purge that one.
I'm going to purge that, and then I'll purge it out of the description in the podcast. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have that boilerplate you use. It's got it in there every time. So don't buy stuff from the Teespring or Creator Spring, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
don't buy stuff from there for now.
It's all nonsense.
It is. Well,
how much do they still owe you on that?
Right around 8 big ones.
$8. That's a lot.
Hey, every dollar counts. 800, just about. Yeah.
It's all nonsense.
Yeah. It's what happened. So when Teespring was purchased by another company, and then everything was going good for a while, and then they just stopped paying people. And you can go on to like Reddit or just search like Teespring not paying, and it's just complaint after complaint after complaint of people just saying, hey, I'm not getting paid, or people are complaining, I order something and I'm not getting anything. And so I don't know how they can continue to function as a company. I don't know what their business plan is. So it sucks. Thank you, Cratchit. Thank you, everyone. Shablagoo.
Keep watching the skis. A new merch store coming soon-ish.
It's all nonsense.
And I'm not
Hello.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
That's about all.
Shablagoo. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Till next time, take care of yourself and each other. Well, now you know the rest of the story.